Hello YouTube, Mark Vergier here, and this time with a version of a well-known game, yet again, Beamrider. Beamrider, and this time on the ZX Spectrum, or ZX Spectrum, or the Spectrum 48K. And yeah, as you can see, the Firebird release really had awful box art, and actually the box art that we all love from this game is actually this, and that's actually the version that I'm showing you guys. So without further ado, let's see me play that game and waffle a bit about it, and probably this is going to be my last Beamrider video. As English is not my native language, and I am actually playing the game and you know, trying to attempt a high score, I actually later on in the video I actually attempted a German and gameplay footage, and even fake French and gameplay footage, and even with a French accent, and I'm not sure whether or not that actually improved my scoring, but go check out the video and see if it actually did or not. Okay, Beamrider on the Spectrum. Yeah, it's a bit different. It's a bit different than what you are used to, I guess. But it received an original port on the Spectrum as well. And do not fear, this is about the last, probably the last Beamrider video that I'll be making. Perhaps I'll attempt to record an MSX version as well. But yeah, it's all there. Sadly, it also features quite a bit of color clash, and that is something that lets down the game, I think. But it's hard to be avoided on this old system, and I think Activision did a pretty valiant effort porting this, and it's an original port. It also had a re-release. It also had a re-release with a rather dreadful tape cover. I may actually edit this in the video to show you guys, but yeah, the official first release had the best tape cover. Very similar to the cover of the MSX version, which did come on as well as on card as well as on tape. And the gameplay is pretty similar. What does set it apart from the other versions is that it does have a bit of a problem with slowdown. So the tempo the game runs at is not... oh well. It's not consistent all the way through, so that can be a bit of an issue, because it's sometimes it's more difficult to time your moves, and you don't always see the bullets of the opponents. I mean, they did try to have all the colors in there, just as on the other ports, but of course the Spectrum has a limited number of colors it can show on an 8x8 pixel area. Whoops. And yeah, you can actually see that that limitation really makes this port a bit tougher to play, but I would have been over the moon back in the day if I was able to play this great game on my Spectrum as well, with yellow orbs on the screen. There is quite a bit of slowdown. You can actually use that to your advantage if you keep the fire button pressed down. The game runs a bit slower, which can be something that you want. or it actually can be something that you don't want. I find the moment the game runs a bit slower, it's harder to just play on your reflexes, and you tend to overthink. You tend to overthink your strategy sometimes, and well, in these with these Twitch games, it really sometimes is necessary. Just go with the reflexes. The other difference is that you pull back on the stick instead of pushing forward to launch your ship out of the well, the launching bay thingy. Yeah, and that the logic for the for the yellow orbs really slows down the game quite considerably. So the way they program this really makes the system struggle a bit. And well, it's an early game, I think. So I mean, I think this could actually have perhaps been improved upon. I mean, if you see what programmers these days get out of these old machines, I think a remake of this on the Spectrum would actually possibly look even better. Oops, I had my 3. Yeah, so the premise of the game is just to score as many extra lives as possible, and destroy all the motherships that you encounter. So you rack up all the bonus points. Oh man. There could be phone noises in this video again because I, of course, left my phone in the vicinity of the mic yet again. And all sorts of people are messaging me. Oh, and now I die. From what? I'm not sure. But this is not going to be the highest score. But yeah, you don't see the Spectrum version of this game that often, so I thought it was just nice to show it. You can easily mistake one of these golden extra life things from something else because, well, the color only appears on them after they have moved down a bit. Ah. Bloody hell. So I guess out of the older versions, the version for the 2600 and the version for the Spectrum actually are the most different versions of the lot. Whoops. But it's an excellent little game. I'm happy to play this. And it plays well. And I guess playing it on the other 8-bit systems just spoiled me. I think the Intellivision really is a very good version, and I think that was the original version actually. Whoops. I saw that. Sometimes these extra life things, they come down and basically it's just a trap where you get instant destruction. Whoops. Hey, come on. So yeah. Something turned very bright in here. Ah! Oh. Okay. Oi, no way to escape that one. Game over. Well, 13,130, not a bad score, and this is just me playing the Spectrum version. Okay. Yeah, shall I attempt to do another high score? I guess so. And enter. Okay, let's see what I can do without the talking then. Because talking and playing this game at the same time really is nasty. Especially not speaking the native tongue. I mean, playing this and speaking German, for that matter, would just be as easy, I guess. Ich weiß nicht, ob das irgendwie auch so einfach ist, aber je ne sais pas parler français. Je parle français un petit peu, mais ce jeu est très difficile. Yeah. Un jeu de vidéo multilangue, langue, je ne sais pas. Oh là là. Utter destruction. Bonjour ma fric d'ordinateur. Bienvenue cette vidéo. Cette vidéo de Beamrider, un jeu d'Activision sur le ZX Spectrum, un ordinateur d'Angleterre. C'est un ordinateur de Sinclair Spectrum. Clive Sinclair, Monsieur Clive Sinclair. I actually don't speak a word of French, so. Alright. It doesn't, speaking French does not improve my gameplay, but perhaps speaking with a French accent me help. Oh la la. Of course, keeping the fire button depressed all the time actually ruins. Oh my god! I should not have done that. That was a trap. Oh là là. La gare d'espace. Combattant de spaceships aliens. Oh, je ne sais pas, c'est très difficile. Et la bâton de mer, je ne sais pas, le mothership. Bâton. Ah, l'orbe jaune. Oh là là. Jeu terminé. I don't think that speaking the game with my fake French actually improved my score. Actually, I score about a quarter of that. I could actually try it in German or Dutch, but you know what? This is it. This is it. I mean, you're not getting any ZX Spectrum Beamrider out of me anymore. Well, this is Mark signing off, and I'll be back with another video soon. I think. I might. Not sure.